Hello and welcome. Today I'm gonna tell you how to assemble a coffee machine Melitta Solo or Solo Perfect Milk from this frame. This is main frame of coffee machine to actually 100% working machine. So let's assume what you disassemble your coffee machine to the smallest parts as do I. Here you can see water pump, main plate and other parts. Let's start our assembling. So first of all, I suggest what we must place machine grinder on its place. I clean all its parts, disassembled it. So let's assemble and correctly takes all its parts to its place. So let's start. First of all, let's put this ring plastic to its place. After spring, let's put firstly springs and on top of springs these metal balls. It must look something like that. After that let's place this center grind metal part. Actually it's metal razors. After let's place this white part to its place and let's place it correctly. So it has something like these small plastic ears on top and on the bottom. They must connect to these holes. So let's place it correctly. Yes. After let's screw all together. We screwing it clockwise. When it will be nicely connected, all these parts of coffee grinder will start to move. So let's see here. If it's moving, we are correctly connected it. Secondly, let's assemble the big grinder milestone or something like that, or razor. And this white rubber part put on the top. Grinder have it on my case green lines, green or blue way. So we must place it one to the another. After that, let's see what these plastic ears will be connected to white ring and turn it when these lines all three will be connected. After let's screw these screws free what takes our coffee grinder to the main frame. So our first action of the assembling Melitta Solo is done. So let's make second our move and assemble drainage valve and put it on its place in motor valve case. If you had disassembled drainage valve, you must assemble it in this order as I placed here. So let's assemble. Actually it's very easy, so let's place orange gasket on its black tube place and after connect all parts together. And now our next action, placing drainage valve on motor case, placing this ring to its place. It must direct these triangles to the this white micro switch, for instance. In our next section, let's put this front face of coffee machine to the main frame and screw it together. 2 screws here, 2 screws here, and let's connect coffee dispenser to its place. It will be here. In coffee machine main frame there is holes for these wires from the main switch. So let's put these wires to its place, and they must end it near the main plate. And now our machine have a face. This is one of the main steps of the assembling machine. Next one, let's put dispenser frame to its place and screw it. But firstly, after you put this, you must connect coffee dispenser here and to the coffee out from the brewing unit. Connect it in this way, and from this hole in main frame the tube must out here, and after that only connect to coffee outway from the brewing unit. Now we can screw second part of the screws of the coffee dispenser, and only after that we placed magnets with metal plates what let us easily move dispenser. So these metal plates let's place here. After that clicks a magnet, and all of our dispenser is in that condition what producer is creating. And after push this dispenser to the front face of coffee machine, it will be clicked and fixed on its place. Finally, let's place dispenser cover on its place. So when it clicks, it's okay. When you can see machine from this side, it looks actually like 100% assembled here. But of course we must assemble all inside parts. So our next move is placed boiler to its place and connect water tubes to the water knob. Boiler holding on to screws, so let's connect this screw to the boiler. Top screw and bottom screw. After, let's connect this staple to this plastic part what holding this white tube and provided it to the boiler. So now we will place all drainage valve motor case to the main frame. Let's connect this small tube to the drainage valve and connect it by the staple. Fixate it. So let's connect these parts together. Some tips about placing this case. First, you must place top part, after down part, and this water tube from the boiler must be inside this brewing case. And when I takes out this micro switch, I disconnect it. Now I will connect and show you how I just do this when I disassemble machine. Now let's connect this white tube to this valve and put this cover. This cover or plastic part what holds micro switch from the water tray, and have a holes for connection with black plastic valve. So let's put these parts. To easily place this plastic part, you must not screw this motor valve case to the main frame, because it don't let you do this. After you placed it, this plastic part, screw it, and only after that screw all main case. After you can place micro switch from the water tray here on its place and put these wires on these holes. Now let's place main plate and the transformator to the end and down part of the machine here. It must be placed like I show you. So white and red wire must go out from this hole, and gray wire must out and placed here. So let's connect main plate. Wires for the pump must be placed in the same hole as the red and white wire from the transformator. So here main plate on its place, connect transformator wire. Next one, connect transformator second wire. After connect mill, this is grinder, white is plus, violet is minus. Wires from the switch is here. SW3, this is red one. SWL, this is white one. And violet is SW, last one. This connection done. Second or next connection. From this hole must go out wires from the boiler, from the temperature sensor of boiler, and from the brewing unit motor. After we put these wires to this hole, you must take these connectors plastic and put it on two places. Heater connectors, violet from the top of the plate, ground to the ground place here, and line TB, line thermo boiler. All connection is with letters, so you can actually by yourself put these wires to the correct places. So now let's screw main plate power cord. It fixated by this plastic white part, and transformator. It fixated by big two screws on left top corner and right down corner. Now let's place water pump to its place with flow meter. Connect white wires to this right connector and violet wire to the left connector. After, let's connect this water tube with stemple, fixate these two parts, and screw this screw to fixate water pump plate. Connect this wire from the brewing motor and connect this wire from the flow meter to main plate. As I said earlier, main plate have what described what connection it must take. So it's actually easy to find the correct place for each wire. One of the final action, let's connect this micro switch to its place. It must be here, so you disconnect these wires, click this micro switch to its place and connect wires once again, because wires must go with this white wire from the front panel. And final, let's look like your wires is placed. So as you see, my thermosensor wire is not in its must be placed, but here this micro switch is incorrect, so I must little move this brewing motor part and take this wire to the top. This like it must be, so no one wire will be damaged or broke. Now let's make final assembling by putting back panel. I recommend not putting this black ring to the grinder, because of course you must to correct this grinder to what position it will be, because you clean it, you change all adjustments. So when you assemble this machine, don't put top cover. Try to make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cups of coffee and change this white ring in any direction what you need, or finer or coarser. It's much easier to correct these settings when your machine is without top cover and without black ring to the tuning of the coffee grinder, because it got only 3 position. But when you turning it by yourself, you can get as much as you want position of the coffee grinder. I hope your brewing unit is cleaned and disassembled and changed gasket by yourself. So let's place it on its place in the coffee machine. And now let's put left side of the machine and connect water tube to this back panel. Now our machine is on 90% assembled, so let's start it and try how all components is working. Now we don't have electricity, so I can't start this machine even if I want, but on 99% all will be okay, so I can congratulate you with this assembling of your machine. So if you got some questions, I'll answer you. if you ask me in the comments. Thank you and goodbye.